Question 3, John Scott.
Thank you, Presiding Officer. To ask the Scottish Government what recent discussions it has had with Transport Scotland Network Rail and train operating companies about the development of rail services in Ayrshire.
Stuart Stevenson.
Transport Scotland, on behalf of Scottish Ministers, meets regularly with Network Rail and ScotRail in the normal course of business to discuss a range of matters, including the development of rail services.
John Scott.
I thank the Minister for that answer. As the Minister will know, the Ayr to Glasgow line is amongst the busiest rail routes in Scotland. Despite that fact, it is not possible to purchase a flexi pass on this route, which would be extremely beneficial to the large numbers of my constituents from Ayrshire who are regular rail commuters. Will the Minister engage with the relevant rail authorities to encourage them to put in place any measures necessary, such as improved revenue protection procedures, in order that the flexi pass can be introduced onto the Ayr to Glasgow rail route, please?
Minister.
The member makes an important point. He will of course be aware of the order that there is for Class 380 trains, which is an important part of developing services to the west of Glasgow, increasing capacity, increasing speed and substantially increasing comfort with the most modern trains that we will have in Scotland. In relation to the Flexi Pass, I am entirely comfortable to engage with First ScotRail on that subject. Revenue protection is of course something that is important to the operation of our railway. The ScotRail franchise is the only one in the GB network that mandates that every train must have a second person on the train. The responsibilities of that person largely revolve around revenue protection.
Charlie Gordon.
Can I ask the Minister if he will consider developing direct rail services between Ayrshire and destinations beyond Glasgow, such as Edinburgh and Aberdeen?
Minister.
May I welcome Mr Gordon to his new position as my opposite number on the Labour benches, Presiding Officer, and say that he knows that we are both enthusiasts for rail and that we will naturally take every opportunity within the constraints of the funds available to me to develop services wherever significant demand exists for them in Scotland.